Penis.
Well, that was all up in there.
Oh, Maddie, you don't know. Yeah, you don't know that's the bit.
You told me you were professional.
That's
It's the first episode. It's the first episode.
We forgot to warn you. That's on me. I'm so sorry. Oh no.
Hello.
Jeffy never did this during God.
Hello and welcome to Total Party Kiss. I'm Natalie Pudum. Tonight we're playing Warrenguard, which is a tabletop role-playing game about dragon riders and found family that I wrote. We've got a lovely cast of players here. Let's go ahead and meet them before we get started and hear who they'll be playing. Let's start with you, Abby.
Oh, hello. My name is Abby Kelly. I'm playing Sandy. Wait, are we introducing who we're playing yet, or just ourselves?
Yeah, go ahead and introduce who you're
Okay,
playing.
good. Amazing. I'm playing Sandy in the character archetype Old Timer. Sandy, let me bring up all my details so I can get into it. Sandy uses pronouns they, she. I, Abby, use pronouns she, they, so you really can't fuck it up. Oh, I swear. Oh, no.
Strike one.
Sandy has a rider's jacket covered in commendations, hand ink tattoos, is missing 2 fingers, so the tattoos used to say snowfall, but now they just say ow, fall. And Sandy has like gray hair coming in. It's a little bit like shaggy and fun, and they're just super chill, and I am happy to be here.
Excellent. Let's hop over to AJ and hear who AJ is going to be playing.
What's up? I'm AJ, also known as Sushi Kid. My pronouns are he, they, and I will be playing Rebel. Rebel is the outsider playbook, and they go by they them. Rebel has dark skin, dark eyes with gold flecks in their eyes, which they will sometimes become full gold during some certain things. Kind of has curly, lopsided hair with it's just very black, almost inky, so it looks more indigo than black. But still does have white hairs coming in. It's not as old as Sandy, but it's probably because of the stress. Does it come from Sandy? Probably.
Yes.
Excellent. Let's hop over to Christian and find out who Christian's playing.
Hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Christian. I go by A Fluffy Goomba on the internet, and I will be playing Scarlet from the Ace playbook. Scarlet is your, if I had to describe a look or presence, he's your soldier's soldier. He's very Captain America or Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier in essence. He is covered in scars from his work as a dear dragon rider. He has dark skin. He's also going like shock white gray from the start of his dreadlocks up here to the ends of the ends of them back there. He's got piercing, almost ice blue eyes that do have a hum of glow to them, which is very contrasting. Very stern in expression, and I'm excited to play. I can't wait to be dark and brooding and.
All right, and then let's hop over to Madeline.
Hello, everyone. My name is Madeline. I use both she and they pronouns, and I am playing Lee, who uses the caretaker playbook. Lee is making this house a home. She has very kind of curly red hair that's kind of not unruly, but she mostly prefers to keep it in like a braid out of her face or in like some kind of bun on her head, wear some sort of like boiler suit because it's just more efficient that way. She does have a warring cat that she takes care of, which will be played by my IRL cat, Pitstop. I saw this in the playbook and I was like, Natalie, please. And Natalie graciously said yes. So he's making an appearance today. Yeah, and Lee is just, you know, she made the chore wheel. She's in her off time baking bread and trying to spruce up the place, and once again making this house feel like a home.
All right, and then last, let's go to Depth and find out who Depth is playing. Up, you're muted.
We missed the like an ocean.
Yeah.
No.
Oops. Hello, my name is Depth, like the ocean. You get that twice for free. You can find me on all things via Chaotic Bunny. I will be playing Vibrance. From the Fresh Face playbook. She her pronouns, and she is just a little ball of sunshine. And is very optimistic about everything, and blonde hair, always has it up in a ponytail, with a little bow in it. She wears very kind of combat street clothing type vibe. Thighs for days. Got them thick thighs from dragon riding.
Excellent. And like I said, I am Natalie. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the writer of this game. If you're interested in this game, you can sign up to be one of the first to back it at warrenguardgame.com. I'm going to drop that link in chat. It is coming to Backer Kit on February 24th. I can't type and talk at the same time. I am learning.
It's okay. I'll hype it up.
It's okay.
It's coming to you on a leap year because it makes you want to leap for joy. This coming up is the year of the dragon when we get our Lunar New Year. And you know what that means? It's meant for this game. How to Train Your Dragon is coming out with a live action adaptation. And it's going to make you want to ride dragons even more. So you need this game now, but you can't have it now, but you can have it February 24th. So you want to get on an email list so you get it right away into your hands.
That was the most impressive radio jockeying I've ever seen.
Thank you so much. All right. So
Natalie, can you just send that over in the chat and I'll or
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Never mind. Got it.
Excellent. Thank you. Yep, that works. So as we open, you all have been fighting for a week straight. You are the Warrenguard of Kraven Top, a mountainous region, and storms have plagued your home for the past week. And erupting out of those storms have been living lightning bolts set on starting forest fires. You have been having to fight them, fighting in torrential downpours and constant winds for a week. There's an oracle who rings a bell whenever danger is near, and that bell has been ringing nonstop. So as we open, Scarlet, you are leading your Warrenguard back into the stables after a successful fight. You can tell that sorry, I'm still learning all my character names. You can tell that Sandy and her dragon Winter are lagging behind. They shouldn't be this far behind as it's pouring rain. What do you do?
Seeing that Sandy is falling behind, I'm going to pull back a little bit just to fly side by side with them.
As you pull back on the reins, you feel Scar beneath you roar in anger. Scar does not want to slow down, and Scar pops in your head and is like, I just want to get back to the stables.
And I want to check on Sandy. We need to make sure we're all okay. That is an order.
If they can't keep up, they can't keep up.
If they can't keep up, that's on us. And I will not have that on my conscience.
As you back up, Scar kind of nips at Winter's kind of wing to try and get Winter to speed up. Sandy.
Oh, come on. Winter's sore. We're going to be going a little slow to save energy. I don't want a pulled muscle on a dragon of all things, much less Winter. Come on.
Apologies. He's just angsty to get home. Get some rest.
I feel the same sentiment. Scar looks right at your dragon. I want to get home too, but I'm not about to aggravate my buddy right here. So, I apologize.
Vibrance. You can feel velocity beneath you. Velocity beneath you is holding themselves back. They are forcing themselves to stay with the group, but they so desperately want to fly ahead and get into where it's warm and dry. Do you keep holding velocity back? You're muted.
Depth, you're
Again?
muted.
I keep forgetting that I'm muting myself. I'm not used to constantly muting myself. I'm on a much more sensitive microphone. Kind of feeling the tension in Velocity. She'll kind of lean down and give a comforting pat. I know you want to go fast, but we gotta stick with the group. We can do loopies.
I need you to make the first dragon roll of the game here. If you could roll dice and add your flashy score, please.
Okay.
You're rolling to overcome an obstacle here.
All right. Where would I find that in my flashy?
If you look on Velocity sheet, which should be right after your sheet in the character keeper.
Ah, yes. Okay. 2.
Okay. All right. So you rolled a 0 and you added your 2.
Mhm.
Excellent. I think a 2 is plenty fine. You're not in any threat. And you all just hear a crack of thunder. And at first you think one of those living lightning bolts has come back for you guys. But Velocity shoots ahead and does a giant loop around and comes back from behind. Still somehow full of energy.
If only.
I think the speed relaxes Vibrance as well a little bit. Gives them a little bit more energy to make it home.
Rebel, your dragon, LaFlora, pops in your head and says, "Can we do loopies too? Can we do loopies too? We're better at loopies than that."
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, and I'm not even going to make you roll on that. You are super flashy. That is Pink Dragon's whole thing.
Literally, Rebel is just like folded arms, just like, all right, let's just do this, and like, it does not even move while Flora's doing the loops. I was like, all right, yeah.
And finally, you make it all the way back to the stables, to where it's dry. Your Warren Keeper Rook is there waiting for you as you land. He's an old man. He's in sort of brown robes. He's got that monk haircut where he's kind of bald on top. He's got like very dark leathery skin and white hair. And as you come in, he immediately comes up to you, Scarlet, and starts unhooking your dragon's saddle.
Remind me, what's the name again?
Rook.
Rook. I'm sorry, that down again, just for me. Just keep them nearby, just in case we get another bell.
Yeah, of course. What did you guys do to anger the gods?
Too much.
When do we not anger the gods?
Gods need to take a chill pill.
Not exactly the gods' MO to do that, so we can only pray.
Yeah, Rook, have you been praying so the gods go easy on us?
I've been doing my best, but it's it's out of my hands.
Fair enough.
Well, no, it's not
By
out of
the-
our hands. Lee, why don't you start us some food or soup or something?
Oh.
Could you really use something tasty at the moment?
Yes, of course. I will get right on that. And I just kind of very slowly start unhooking myself from Rascal, and I kind of run off and I go,
Yeah.
so I think we're gonna do some soup, and I can make us some scones to go with that. And you know what? I think just the inspiration will hit me when I go into the kitchen, and then just kind of skip away.
Excellent. You head to your kitchen in your sopping wet gear still.
Mhm.
You are leaving a trail of water everywhere you go.
Mhm.
But
I do take
you
my
head
boots
to
off.
the kitchen, and your kitchen. Okay, excellent. Yeah, your waterlogged feet are finally getting some air. You head to the kitchen, and the kitchen is always warm and dry, and there's a fire roasting, and you see some of your vegetables you've pulled from your garden, squash and leeks, and you feel this sense of peace. And then you look out the window from your kitchen that overlooks your garden, and you see your garden is just a mess. This week of rain and wind being this high up have just decimated your garden.
I'm very. What season is it? What's the season?
I think it's fall.
It's fall. I just kind of very sadly am like, well, the broccoli's not gonna root properly now, and I know how much everyone loves broccoli cheddar soup, but I guess we'll have to figure it out.
Excellent. And that sounds like you might be using one of your moves here,
Most
just to get
likely,
the
yeah.
moves flowing.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're backing down from a fight here a little bit.
Yeah, I think like I'm tired. A fight with the weather isn't one to be had. It's the weather. There's only so much you can throw at it. So, yeah.
All right, so you'll get to take a token for that.
Yeehaw.
But you go ahead and get started preparing some scones and soup.
Mhm.
Where do you go, Sandy?
I think first Sandy goes up to Scarlet and is like, Commander? Commander. Scarlet, Commander.
Sorry.
I know it was a rough one out there. I'm just trying to get your
It's
attention, but don't you sent Lee off pretty quickly in sopping wet clothes to get the food ready, don't you?
We don't know if our day is over yet. Might as well cooking hot, wet clothes than cook nothing at all.
Gosh, I hope
wouldn't
so.
have
It's
done that as
raining
a
cats and
commander,
dogs
but I
out there.
What did you say?
Yes, it is raining quite a bit, Vibrance.
Yes, it is. I just hope that their garden's not ruined from the rain.
Oh, I wouldn't hope too near and dear. It the cats and dogs of rain probably trampled.
I'm gonna get the med bay ready. So if you need some medicine, I'll have something up for you all. Quick and
All
ready.
right.
Everyone.
Sandy grabs a spare chunk of wood and their knife and is gonna go whittle
Okay.
as a free action.
Cool. So you just go find a corner and start whittling.
It's one of my regular moves that I can always do. I'm gonna be gruff. And I was too harsh on someone meaning well, and now I'm gonna whittle.
Okay. I think you see Winter kind of do that thing that like cats or dogs do, where they do a sort of loop around to find a comfortable spot. And they just kind of finally settle down very slowly and sorely and look at you. And they're like, you should be resting.
I am resting.
You should be changing into some dry clothes.
You heard the commander. We don't know if we're going out again.
Oh, we're going out again.
I know. Then why would I change into dry clothes?
Because taking care of yourself is important.
Hold my stick. Puts the tiny little
They
thing that was
reach
whittling
out
in
and-
Winter's mouth.
Take it.
It's like a little toothpick. Don't make it too sloppery. I'll be back. Goes to get
Rebel, where do you go?
I think at first Rebel was in the stables, just like looking at LaFlora as like, don't bother Winter. If you're gonna bother anyone,
Scar.
The dangerous choice.
I mean, you can, but that's not gonna end well for you.
Okay.
So
Fine.
Vibrance.
I'll
Seems
just bug
like they have a lot of-
Rascal.
Yeah, bug Rascal. Rascal's always up for bugging. I'm going to change.
Rascal's giving you a dirty look as you say that.
I just gotta give a look back at Rascal's like, bite me. Like
They spit like a little shoot of lava at your feet.
and I'm gonna step back and just like take off my shirt, just like oh thanks, and then just like dry off my shirt from that.
They hiss at you, but he hisses at you, but
Would that count
you go.
as pick a fight?
yeah, that definitely does.
And I'm gonna look at before Scarlet leaves. I was like, if you need me, I'm gonna be at the temple.
All right. Good to know.
And I'm gonna go to the temple to figure out if I get another vision, since I am since I have a bit of the Oracle's gift.
Mm-hmm. You head toward the temple, which is kind of at the center of this island. The temple is kind of the oldest structure within your warren. It was kind of built before the whole rest of the castle and structure was built. Inside are a few small like rows of pews and just a whole wall full of candles that are all lit. And you come in and you see Rook with replacing some of the candles, and says, "Oh, what can I do for you, child?"
I'm just here to see if my gift activates. Do you have
Has
a a a, a dish of water?
Hold on, I've got one around here somewhere. uh, Pulls out like a small bowl that they use to like do like ritual hand washings, and brings it forward for you.
Yeah. I set the bowl in front of me. I just like sit cross-legged in front of it, take off my scarf that I have, just like because that's soaking wet, just like put that to the side. And I'm just gonna try to focus to try to bring forth this gift that has come to me before but hasn't in a while.
You see the same thing you've been seeing in this bowl every time you've been looking at it lately, which is you see Talon, the dragon rider who died by official accounts under unexplained circumstances, fell off the Warren. Um, but you watched him fall. You know why he fell, and you see him plummeting toward the magical barriers that protect the hold of Kraven Top, tumbling, falling.
I think I shake myself from it and just like flip the bowl and just like shit. I see the same thing. Why won't you let me see anything else? And like I'm just staring at. I'm assuming there's a statue of our goddess Kraven.
Yes. You stare at her, and you swear the flickering of the candlelight, you see her smirk at you.
Piss off, whole bag. And I'm gonna go to the sitting room and just dry all my stuff by the fire.
Okay. Excellent. Vibrance. Where do you go?
I think Vibrant spends a little bit of time kind of with a dragon. She's kind of making sure Velocity is comfortable and just a little bit relaxed, kind of just doing a little bit of like a tack down routine that you would do with a horse, kind of petting them a little bit, making sure that there's no like misplaced scales that need to be like shed or anything like that.
I think you're doing that, and you see Scarlet kind of across the way, still doing the same thing with his dragon Scar.
Mhm.
Um,
And
uh,
I'm sure Scar is like biting and nipping and scratching and clawing as he's going
Yeah.
to do. A lot. I mean, several scars are not just because of the monsters out there. A lot of them are because of the dragon in front of me. So he's just trying to.
Yeah.
He's trying to like apply some salves.
Yeah.
that
And
he
as you
made.
touch some specific sore spots, Scar like roars at you, and you see the embers build in his throat. But you can tell that he is holding back on you a little bit. He is pissed off, more pissed than he usually is. but he seems to have a little bit of patience for you specifically.
Mhm.
Vibrance is kind of finishing up because Velocity isn't as combative when it comes to detacking, but finishes up fairly quickly.
No, Velocity is like trying to hurry this whole process up and is turning to like show you like, look, I'm hurt right here, like, and show you his haunches. Uh, uh, and kind of nuzzles into you every now and then. Velocity is being very sweet. Um, and I think just as you're finally starting to dry off, gives you a big wet lick up the face.
I really enjoyed that, Velocity. Thank you, really.
Anytime.
You're so sweet. Just gives little scritches. It sounds
You're
like
the best rider ever.
And you're the best dragon ever. We'll kind of glance over at Scar and Scar, I think. Wait. Yes?
Scar and Scarlet.
Scar and Scarlet.
Scar and Scar. Which one?
Scar and
Which one are you looking at?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Which one?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Pick one. Pick one. Pick one.
No. Y'all really think we're gonna get called out again?
Don't know if it's guaranteed, but just in case. Better to be ready just in case than be put on the flat foot and more people get hurt. But in the meantime, try to rest up, sit down, take a breather, just sit by the fire, warm up. You did good out there.
Thanks. You did too, despite that little hurry hiccup.
Who knew hurricane winds could be so tricky?
I find them quite enjoyable, but that just might be Velocity.
They do seem to be in their element when they're out there. That's good. That's a good thing. I'm gonna, once I'm done with this knucklehead here, I'm gonna start making salves for everybody, and then handle the burn scars. And if you've got any scratches, it should help too.
All right.
Lee,
If you need any, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut in.
If you need help with anything, let me know. I still feel pretty great, but I don't know. That might just be the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that does wonders for you. Trust me. But watch out for the fall, just in case. So sitting down might be the best course of action while you still have the chance.
Will do. But offer for help always stands. Give one last scritch to Velocity and heads towards the kitchen.
Okay. You head toward the kitchen where, Lee, how is dinner coming along?
It's coming along quite smoothly. I've put together what is most likely a potato leek soup, because this isn't that we're sharing it with multiple people, and they want to be conscious of any dietary restrictions. They're split in half, and half is bacon in it, and the other half is vegetarian. And then I've made essentially what is a Red Lobster cheddar cheese biscuit to go along with the soup. But Red Lobster doesn't exist here, so it's just a cheddar scone.
Legality is important.
But yeah, I'm most likely humming to myself when Vibrance comes in, doing some garnishes and chopping up the bacon to stir into the meat eaters one.
Allie, how's dinner coming?
It's dinner. It's quite easy actually. It's you don't mind potato leeks, do you? If you don't want potato leek, I can make you something else.
I love potato leeks. They are so delicious.
Oh, wonderful then. Well, great, because we need to use up all the leeks that we have from last year, and I've tried my best to preserve them, but we only have a few weeks left. But dinner should be ready in about 5-ish minutes. So if you want to let the others know, that'd be absolutely wonderful. In the meantime, do you want water or tea while you're in here?
I'll have some tea.
Right, and I put the kettle on and boil some water, and while I wait, I go, You're very good at doing the loopies.
Thanks. Velocity loves them. It's a nice way for when he just has a little bit more energy, and that way we're not flying too far ahead of the group.
Oh, I wish I could do them, but I get quite motion sick if Rascal tries to do anything other than going in a straight line. So
That makes sense. I'll go let the others know that dinner's ready.
right, and I'll have your tea ready with your soup when you come back.
Thanks, Lee.
Of course.
So,
It sounds like you might be exhausting yourself caring for others here, Lee.
What? Why would you say?
oh
Why would you say that? Oh no, a murder complex.
Wow.
Sandy, where did you go after Winter sent you away?
I did go get changed. Realized their sets of like clothes are not totally good, so went to the baths, and then is now grandma in a swimming pool locker room. Just has like a towel around like the shoulders, just covering enough, and then around the waist, and is wandering around.
I love Sandy.
And
This is
I
a
think
relaxed
you bumped into
atmosphere.
that. You
I
bumped
bumped
into
into
that.
that.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, heavens to Betsy.
Oh, sorry, I forgot your generation is all prude.
I'm not. I'm
You
very.
can't even look at my
respectful.
face. All the bits are covered. Calm down.
I just, it gets quite drafty in here, and I don't want to leave anything to chance, but
That's sweet. You're worried for
anyway.
me, but trust me, it's all right. If you would like me to put on clothes for yourself, I do not mind.
No, your comfortability is very important. I just came here to tell you that that dinner's ready. Lee's working on it, and she sent me to get everyone.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought I smelled bacon. That's against the rules. And walks towards the kitchen.
We'll speed run to the next person.
Yeah. Wait, are you still in your towel?
Yes. Relaxed atmosphere, baby.
You go to this sitting room where you see Rebel sitting by the fire. I'm picturing kind of brooding.
Always.
Yeah.
Always brooding. Just have there's just like a little rack by the fire that has his scarf, his like vest, some of his armor pieces. Is shirtless right now, but is just sitting in the chair, and just kind of just like just brooding on the chair.
In your room, did you say, or
No, this is the sitting room with the hearth.
the sitting room? Okay, cool. We'll kind of like swing around the door. Lee sent me over to tell everyone the dinner's ready whenever you want it.
I'll show up.
All right. We'll walk off and mutter under her breath, "Why is everyone in various states of undress tonight?" Get it, I understand.
Can I can I do my regular move and show up unexpectedly? Just like Vibers just like turns around. Like I imagine that they're just kind of like looking at the ground. It's like, why do they always do this? They always do. Like she's just like looking at the ground, and then just Rebel shows up in front of her again, and is like, do you want to be in wet clothes?
Are you still in your wet clothes? I don't think
Me?
you've taken the time to change. Yeah.
I haven't, but I assume that by the time I've like dried up a little bit to a point where it's like I'm just damp now, but Vibrance doesn't really mind it. Having taken regular rides in like thunderstorms. What did Rebel say?
Do you want to be in wet clothes?
I'm very used to it. Velocity loves riding in the rain, so I'm used to it. I understand no one else likes that, so
All right.
you can stay like that. It's just
I also forget that you are 4'10".
She is blushing.
I also forget that you're 4'10".
Yes, she is 4'10". She is tiny, so she is face first into what I assume is
God.
a very good looking chest, and she is flustered.
Because I know we both have watched this, with your permission, can I do what they do in A Sign of Affection and just like put my hand on top of your head and pull your head up? Like, you look like you have a fever.
I'm fine. It's just the heat in here. I just came back from the kitchen. It's hot in there. There's a fire, so
Make sure old Red gets a look at you, and we'll just pat your head and go over to the kitchen.
my prince tries not to have a heart attack and continues walking.
Do you head to the med bay to go where Scarlet said that he would be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. So you pop in on Scarlet. Scarlet, are you working on yourselves?
Scarlet, when he got into the infirmary, a bit of him, he nearly collapsed on the table. Just the exhaustion and the pain of it all. He took a bunch of heavy bumps.
Are you taking the weak move, let exhaustion win here?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And he's just like struggling to take off the heavier armor pieces, so he has more freedom of movement. And he's just like wondering if anybody heard anything from his crash. Taking deep breaths in and out as he moves to the counter to start making salves and pills, and it's really shaky and it's hard for a couple of rotations. And then he gets into it. He's not naked.
But what if you
This
were?
whole Warrenguard.
I'm getting to there. I was going to get naked.
This poor woman.
I need everyone here to keep their fucking shirts on.
But like he is going to take off his shirt, and camera does get revealed that he is wearing several, scars. There are burns, scratches, bites. He is a Picasso of injuries. And now he's got some new burn ones on his shoulder and on his kidney, as he tests the medicine first on himself, and he's gonna make an ass of himself and just make it like a quick little and you can hear a bunch of crashing as you approach the infirmary.
Will rush in after hearing the crash.
He is shirtless, covered in a bunch of medicines and ingredients, It looks like a mess in there, and that solid stoicness is kind of like gone as he's just like coughing up different powders, and he looks just as inept as possible.
Oh my god, Scarlet! Scarlet like rushes forward, tries to like pick things up and like help him up a bit. What happened, Scarlet?
The carry root's a little strong for the recipe. I forgot. It's a little cut them up before you put them in things. And it looks. This is the lightest you think you've seen him this past. How long have you been fighting?
Weak.
A week.
Week. This is like the most like unguarded he's been in a week. Jesus.
All right. Well, let's take that as a sign that you need to slow down and rest. God, Scarlet, look at you.
I'll be better once I get the medicine on. Starts to try to get up.
Listen, I've seen you do this a couple of times. I'll find some of the old stuff you've written down. I can handle it. Dinner's ready. So grab some food and rest. I can help out. I offered, you should have said something.
I think the should have said something. There's a moment where he wants to say something. He looked like looking at you in your eyes before he just looks down and clams up. You're right. You got this. Notes are on that bookshelf. Look for aquamarine burns and should take it from there.
I'll bring you some, and I'm done. We'll kind of place like a gentle, like two-handed grip on the arm as like you're leaving. Thank you for trying to look after everyone, but someone told me not too long ago that a good commander delegates.
Don't come after my job now.
Never. I don't think anyone would listen to me.
You'd be surprised. As Scarlet smiles at you and leaves. He tries to just stand up a bit straighter. Does a couple cracks, regrets it immediately. And as he's leaving, he might slip on something or two. I'm fine. I'm okay. Just I'm good.
I believe it. Never doubted it.
Good.
A toweled Sandy and a shirtless Rebel make their way into your kitchen.
Why do I smell bacon?
Mm, because I found
You
some.
know it's against the rules. We have to be vegetarian so the dragons get all the meat. It smells so good, and I wish it wasn't
It's a turkey. It's a turkey. It's a turkey bacon.
Turkey is still meat.
It's not as important as a pig or as a cow.
You're lucky we're not down in the hold because they get you. I'm down for it tonight, but
listen.
Just don't tell Rook. Do not tell Rook.
I'm
Rook
not
will
going
get
to
us in
tell
trouble.
anyone. It's just we've had a hard day.
Don't tell the dragons either. They'll be mad.
I definitely do not have a secret stash somewhere, but
Lee, you
It's-
dirty rascal! I see.
I'm
how
not a
you and
dirty
your
rascal.
dragon
I'm
bonded.
like, how are you supposed to? Jim, I don't like the taste of beans. I don't like the texture of beans. I'm not going to get all my protein from
That
beans.
makes one of us. I love beans.
Well, I'll make a triple bean soup next time to make up for it.
Rascal pops in your head, Lee, and is like, "You learned it from me."
You have a bad influence in more ways than one. I love you though. I love you though.
too.
Yeah. I said they're not all meterized. One doesn't have any
Tarnished.
meat.
Made illegal.
It's not a.
Well, basically.
It if you eat it and it goes into your stomach, it won't. No one will have to know.
Holy! This is
Also,
exciting.
please put a shirt on. Either one of you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the one breaking rules here. Right.
You're in a kitchen. It's not sanitary.
Starts walking off, like takes a spoon, takes a sip of the soup, and walks out. Gonna get clothes on.
Uh-huh.
I look over at Rascal.
And as you walk out, what are you doing, Rebel?
Oh, I fully like during that whole conversation, I walked in, gave myself some soup, and then walked right back out.
You look into your soup, and you see something.
Oh, great!
Fire.
I have a vision now.
I love it.
Guys,
Well,
this
you
soup
see-
is fire.
In my
soup. So just so you know, all of us, if anyone's looking at Rebel, all of a sudden, like after getting soup and the legally distinct cheddar biscuit, just fully like looks down at their soup for a second, and their eyes both just turn full gold.
Mhm. And you see fire, and you see vibrance falling off the back of Velocity toward the fire. And then you hear the bells ring, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh no!
Damn it!
Oh no!
We'll be back in. Should we be back
5
in
minutes?
5
Yeah.
minutes?
We'll be back in
minutes?
5.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll be right
We'll be
back in
back in
5
5.
minutes. Do not touch
Whoa.
that remote. Bye.
Hello, and we're back. Thank you all so much for sticking with us over the break. Just a reminder, if you're enjoying this game, you can go ahead and back it at the link that's pinned in chat. Or you can go to warrenguardgame.com if you're watching this later on YouTube or on Twitch and are looking for it. Thank you all for watching. So as we left, our dragon riders were in various states of undress. They were just finally getting a meal when Rebel had a vision of forest fires and vibrance plummeting off the back of her dragon velocity toward the fires. And then the bell started ringing. In this world, there are oracles who can foresee when there are threats that you need to face. This is sort of like a firehouse, and when the bell goes off, it's time to go. So what do all of you do?
I grab all my clothes. I grab all my clothes that were by the fire, and then I
Yeah.
also stuff. I full swallow the biscuit and slurp down the soup as I'm
Yep.
doing it, and as long as it's not a Popeye's biscuit, we're good.
No, it's a unspecified.
It's a green crawdad.
Yeah.
Green crawdad cheddar biscuit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hear the bell and I start to panic. I'm like, no one can know my meat secret. So I pour whatever of the bacon soup is into, if there's like a thermos or something akin to that nearby, and I put it on my person. And if anyone asks, it's water. If anyone asks, it's water.
Yeah, you pour it into your canteen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I kill the heat on the stove because I'm responsible, and then I put my galoshes back on and run back out.
Okay.
I was just getting dressed, so Sandy, now back to being dressed, tries to book it to the stables to see if they can warm up some of Winter's sore muscles.
Yeah. You run back to the stables, and Winter is still holding your little whittling project.
Thank you so much, Winter.
Of course.
Takes it, like, puts it in, like, the pocket that's a little bit warm and and like more dry, and it's cold, but it's not wet because Winter spits ice. Looks at Winter. Did you freeze it to keep it from getting wet?
Yes, that seemed like the best course of action.
Genius. And then starts getting Winter ready. Like brushes, is massaging out some like wings and like stretching legs. You know, like when people take like their babies and then like move their legs up and down. I'm doing that like to each toe. You know,
yeah. There's sort of that like
stuff.
You know when you pet a dog in the right spot and they do that like that like groan. Like Winter does that as you help stretch them out.
Yeah.
Where's our commander as this bell is going off?
The commander is immediately almost like quick change back into the like slapping the he's slapping it harder on himself specifically to get that adrenaline rushing early, and tightening up the burns and just just almost growling through the pain as he's racing to get back to his dragon. And
I think as you're kind of growling through that pain, you Sandy in the stables, Scar like roars and shoots out like a jet of flame into the air.
Oh, taking that as a signal that Scarlet is in pain because of the bond. Looks over at Scar and is just like, do you mind if I start getting you ready, or do you want me to check on Scarlet?
As you get close, they snap at you.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Can I use a move?
Yeah.
I want to use my move to show why I'm dangerous. as like if Christian's okay with this, as Scar like snaps at Sandy, Foley will just like show up and just like kind of like kind of like hold
Armbar.
Scar shut, mouth shut. Is like, now you're gonna cooperate, or else you're not gonna do well on the field.
They're like huffing out these jets of steam, and look just pissed at you. But they are
just like
in,
shove his face.
yeah.
At this moment,
Scar pops in your head, Scarlet, and is like, "I'm gonna eat the golden-eyed one."
I think you'd rather prefer to eat the clouds than eat any of our teammates. Use that frustration and rage against those who want to hurt those below.
Fine.
Give them the hell I know you're capable of. Show them why you're the best.
Yeah, I am the best.
Unless it looks like Scar wants to eat you.
I will fight this dragon.
And
I
you
will
will lose?
And Scarlet does come in and you'll lose. Trust me, I've lost several times.
Yeah.
I want to do something a little silly.
Vibrance, what about you?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I want to hear what Lee's.
I want to give my dragon some of the soup I made.
Okay.
I want to.
Yeah, Rebel,
hard.
you pour some of the soup, and Rebel's like, "Is there meat in this?"
Whoa, we're mixing up our names. It's Rascal.
I'm sorry, you poured some of the soup
I
in
poured
Rascal's
it.
mouth,
Yeah, give it to Rascal.
not in Rebel's mouth.
Yeah.
You pour some of those soup in Rascal's mouth, and Rascal's like, "Is there meat in this?"
I go, yes, you better not tell anyone.
Fine. It's really good.
I know, that's why I'm sharing with you.
In the time that Scarlet left and the bell tolled, would I have had enough time to make any salves or however you pronounce it, or
You've got
it, like...
enough to give to either one person or one dragon. Who do you give it to?
Yeah, Vibrance kind of like hearing the bell just as like they quickly like finish up. They don't need to change because they never changed, and they quickly run into the stable. Scarlet, and kind of chucks the salve over to him.
We'll catch it with
Use
the good
it.
arm.
I saw those burns.
You're right. And we'll just get under the armor and get to the one that's been hurting the most, which is the kidney.
And this salve feels well made. The one you made stung. You didn't get it quite right. You were rushing it, but this feels soothing.
And as everyone starts to get onto their dragons and gets ready, I will use a token to inspire.
Ooh la la.
I will say, and Scarlet will say, all right, everyone, we're going out for another fight. I don't want you to fight like it's your last. I want to fight. I want to see you fight like the stubborn bastards I know you are. Woo! Fight better than the storm pours. I know you're tired, but the world needs you. I need you to push against the impossible now. You can sleep when you're dead, and none of us are dying yet. Not even you.
Good speech.
Thanks. All right. Everyone roll out. Let's get in
And
the sky.
all 5 dragons let out a roar as you erupt from the stables and fall into a dive. And as you dive, you can see one of these living bolts of lightning. By the way, we lost depth, but I'm going to go ahead and keep going.
Veloz! No!
The prophecy came true!
Too soon.
The prophecy canceled true! Oh no!
Dang, we weren't even over a fire yet.
Yeah. Well, as you come out, you see one of these bolts of living lightning making its way toward town. It's kind of moving along, setting fires as it go, and this one is larger than any of the ones you've fought so far. It's kind of roughly dragon shaped, almost this sort of ball of lightning that's making its way toward the town of Kraven Top and setting these fires. And it gets to go first because lightning is fast. So the first thing it's going to do is create an aspect called Forest Fire.
Oh no.
Hello, welcome back.
Are they back yet? I don't know if they're back yet.
Yeah, they lost internet for a moment.
Oh no.
Should we go?
Do
Should
we
we go
want
to a quick break?
We'll be right back soon.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break.
We'll be right back, folks.
We'll be right back.
Don't go
We're
anywhere.
gonna save depth.
All right, and we are back. So as we left, the living lightning was starting a forest fire. It was also it's going to create um, a veil of smoke from that fire. And then the last thing it's going to do is attack our fastest
I'm
dragon, the one that's in the
so
dive
sorry.
first.
I cut out during during Scarlet's speech. Did something happen between the speech and
Yes.
now?
So
Okay.
Scarlet gave an inspiring speech. You all dove. All the dragons roared. It was very cool. You all dove out of the stables. You saw this orb of lightning that almost looks like a dragon kind of flying down the valley toward Kraven Top, starting forest fires as it goes, sparking up these trees. And then, so it created 2 new aspects, which are Forest Fire and Veil of Smoke for its turn. And then the first thing it's going to do is it's going to attack the fastest dragon, the one who's diving the quickest out of it. And I believe that is our yellow dragon.
Ah. And
Uh,
and seeing the lightning and all of that, Vibrance probably would have let the ego get the best of him and be like, "This is my jam," and kind of gets a little eager.
mhm. So why don't you? How this thing shoots bolts of electricity at you?
Mhm.
What do you do to get out of the way? Just describe your action.
Yeah, so I think seeing the electricity come our way will do a cool little, like, just a slight lean to just get out of the way smoothly.
Okay. You said cool, so that sounds flashy to me. So why don't you roll to flashily defend? So
will.
roll your dice and add your flashy
Woo.
score.
4.
Okay. This bolt of electricity just misses you, and this thing roars in a crash of thunder, and it's gonna shoot at you again. So what do you do the same thing?
Yeah, I think after the first kind of cool little, like, it was kind of like a linear hit, just very barely missing, spinning in a spiraling motion from the motion of it. And seeing them prepare to hit again, we'll assume that it's after them and start serpentining the way that Velocity knows best is by
Okay.
loopies.
Yeah, so why don't you roll again, flashy?
A little help here. 2.
Okay.
Are you adding the +2?
Yeah,
for
you get to add a 2 to your roll from the inspiring speech as well.
Oh, then
Sorry.
that was then the first one would have been a 6, and then the second one would have been this one is a 4.
Okay. That is high enough on both. Scarlet, I believe you have a stunt that is relevant here as you see one of your dragon riders getting attacked. Your stunt that Scar has.
Yes. Immediately, Scar sees them not being challenged first as an insult, and so they rush immediately towards the danger first and foremost. And knowing my dear impatient dragon, Scarlet is just gonna bark out, "MILF, freeze those forest fires solid. Vibes and LS, you're on annoyance duty. Fly fast, fly hard, don't get hit. Birdie, you're with me. Let's show this crowd what happens to those who mock us."
I fly next to Scar.
All right. And I think it's without your choice here. Scar is just going to spend the turn. Actually, you know what? Do you think you are reining in Scar here,
Oh,
or are
no.
you letting Scar? Okay, Scar
Scar.
then, without your call, is going to forcefully attack. So why
Mhm.
don't you roll a forceful attack for me?
Sure, I can do that. Oh my god, that's 7. Plus, if I get a +2, that's 9. Oh,
You don't get that +2. That +2 is spent at this
Okay.
point.
Okay. That's
So
7.
yeah,
then.
that's a 7.
Mhm.
Jesus.
I rolled a real good one. I rolled a 4. Great.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's gonna take 3 stress, and then the moderate, the moderate condition. Dispersing.
Mm.
This thing is immediately less tangible than it used to be. It looks less like a dragon and just more like a big mass of electricity as you just let in this blast of fire that I think makes some of the forest fire worse
Oh,
as you shoot through it. Um, but yeah, and then we're gonna hop to vibrance and velocity.
All right, we've been put on annoyance duty, and we do what we do best. And velocity will start to. Does it look like this dragon has like? Can we see kind of like the head or where they're looking, or kind of how they're seeing?
You used to be able to, but now it's just kind of like this like jumble of electricity, like this
Okay.
because it's dispersing.
All right, then it's just gonna go crazy, and velocity is just gonna kind of spiral around and around and around, and just kind of being like that, like just an annoying fly, just
Okay.
flying around and around, letting velocity go as fast as they want, and Vibrance is feeling a little egotistical after not being hit twice in a row.
Why don't you
So,
roll to quickly create an advantage?
ooh,
So roll and add your quick score.
ooh. +2 and add my quick.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. Okay. 4.
All right. Would you like to take advantage of the fact that this thing is dispersing? That has a free invoke on it.
Sure.
Okay, excellent. That brings you up to a 6, which beats their attack. So this thing is, we're going to give it the condition focused on velocity. And that has a free invoke on it that anyone can use. As we hop to next, we have a tie between LaFlora and Rascal. Which of you wants to go first?
Could I also add something very quickly?
Yes.
Sorry. I think in doing this and just like getting absolutely egotistical, we'll just shout out to Rebel, just like a quick, see if he can keep up, and just was just flying in fast circles.
You can go first, Rebel. I'll decide what to do based on what you're doing.
Okay. I think probably we are gonna do LaFlora's stunt of everything is a game. I think LaFlora is getting excited. It's like, oh, Vibrance wants to race. Vibrance wants to race. I was like, oh god. And I think probably is going to, in front of where the face was, just kind of like every time Vibrance zooms one way, LaFleur will zoom the other way, right in front. Just kind of like, also just, and just doing it very less speedy and more taunting. Just like,
Okay. Excellent.
but will like after like a couple will, because LaFlora has an affinity for electricity, will just
Mhm.
like take a bite out of this
Okay.
orb.
Excellent. Yeah. Why don't you roll to flashily attack?
Okay, so I get to add 2 to this because of the stun. Do I have
Yeah.
to? Do I have to spend a token?
Nope. You don't
on the
have to
tokens?
spend a
Okay.
token to use a stunt.
Okay. So that is. Whoop, that is 4. That is 6.
Okay. Excellent. So you beat that with a spread of 2. So this thing, it's gonna run out of stress. This thing looks pissed off. If a storm of lightning can look pissed off, this thing looks pissed off. Lee, you are seeing this almost aerial flirting between Vibrance and Rebel as they're playing this game. What do you do?
I look over at my captain and
Huh?
I go, Captain, d- d- what do you want me to do? I'm not saying they have it handled, but how do you want me to contribute to that?
Light it up.
Got that. And then I'm going to most likely gain a higher vantage point
Mhm.
and let Rascal shoot some fire. I don't think I'm going to use my stunt because I think Lee intrinsically hates it. It's play dirty, and she's like, no.
No.
I mean,
All right.
you could play dirty and use the evoke that it's focused on vibrance right now.
No, she would feel so bad regardless of using
Okay.
it.
All right. So you are Rascal is like kind of hisses at you as you undo it.
Mhm.
Why don't you roll to forcefully attack?
Okay. So, okay. So that's a flat 0.
Excellent.
Flat.
Would you like to? You could take advantage of the fact it's focused on velocity and make that a 2.
Yeah. I'll do that. We'll make it a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
A 2 still does miss, but it's not the full disaster. It
Okay.
almost was. Um, uh, and you are going to take a stress
Okay.
because of this miss that you make.
Yeah.
Uh, I think the kind of psychic. This is not what Rascal wants to do. Rascal wants to get in there and kind of join this game, and you are making Rascal kind of fight this thing head on. And I think this is a common fight between the two of you.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So why don't we hop to Sandy, our slowest
Hey.
dragon, as you are surveying this scene. You see this aerial dance between Velocity and LaFlora going on. You see Rascal's shot go wide. You see Scar absolutely lighting this thing up. What do you do?
Sandy was instructed to put out some fires, so that's what
Uh-huh.
Sandy's gonna do.
Oh, wow.
The way we want to do it is we're gonna swoop down. It's been pouring rain. We're gonna find a bit of a pond, or at least where water has coalesced. And Winter is going to belly flop into it forward, so it goes up like a wave, and then freezes it above the fire, so the fire melts it into water that puts it out in that area.
Right. This sounds like a flashy maneuver.
It sounds clever, doesn't it? Can't I?
Okay. I think you've convinced me.
It's so smart.
I'm so clever.
smart.
Science is crazy.
Why don't you roll to cleverly create an advantage here, then?
Lovely. Please. I got my 1 plus 3, so I got 4.
Okay. This thing looks pissed as this forest fire goes out. And it is now its turn. And it is still focused on velocity. And it is just going to try and take a fucking dragon down. What do you do about it? You're muted.
Mooted.
Damn it. Just gonna keep doing the loopies.
Okay. Why don't
Aaron
you?
Velocity attacks with annoying. She's focused on that.
Okay. Why don't you roll to flashily defend yourself here? 3 times.
I have to roll 3 times?
Uh-huh.
Can this be a stunt where whenever I overcome an obstacle with my show speed, I add +2 to my roll?
Nope.
Okay.
You're not overcoming an obstacle, you're defending here.
Do I still have the +2 from the speech?
Nope.
That's a -1.
Okay,
prophecy.
so that first one. Here's what you can do. Do you have any tokens you got from making weak moves before?
I haven't been keeping track.
Okay. Then
hang on, let me look over.
Yeah, well, I think you had at least one.
I had at least one.
yeah,
I
you
do
had
know
at least
that.
one from falling for someone. So
Yes.
you can spend that to bring you up to add 2 to your roll if you want.
So bring it up to a 1.
To bring it up to I don't think that's gonna do anything anyway.
It's not gonna do enough. So there is
I'll save it for
it'll
something
make it
else.
less bad, this hit you're about to take.
Less bad.
Less bad?
That's bad.
Sure, okay, I'll use it. Make it
Okay.
less bad.
So they got a 5. You got a 1. So that's a spread of 4. You've only got 1 stress to spend. So the best way to economize
I have 2
this.
stress.
Yeah, so you only have 1 stress left.
Oh.
So the best way economy-wise to deal with this is for you to take a moderate condition right now.
Guess I gotta take a moderate condition.
Excellent.
Nat, I adore you.
That is
Here's your
wild.
brochure.
So I'm
you
messing
are
you
gonna
up
take
right now,
the
and you're
condition-
gonna enjoy it.
Singed wing.
Ugh.
No!
As this thing hits velocity right in his left wing. And just for narrative reasons, I'm going to have it instead, you start to slip off your saddle.
Can I add a little bit of flair to this? In which I think that the impact to the wing caused velocity to spiral out of control, which is causing Vibrance to slip out of the saddle because it is like a free. This isn't as controlled that velocity can handle. It is just out of control spinning.
Yep. I'm gonna create the condition. Vibrance is plummeting.
Ooh. Wait, you have to do 2 more rolls, right?
I do. I'm gonna spend them creating an advantage of Vibrance is plummeting. Uh,
Question.
yes.
My stunt is 5 steps ahead because
Uh-huh.
Winter thinks 5 steps ahead once per session can be exactly where I need to be. I
Uh-huh.
would like to position Sandy and Winter in a position to be able to catch Vibrance.
Absolutely.
Possibly above that one area that's still a little bit on fire, you know.
Yes. To keep the... Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Keep the
You
visual from
have
prophecy.
a sheer moment of free fall, and then Winter swoops in, and you are now on the back of this silver dragon, right behind Sandy. You've never been on the back of Winter before. It is cold.
Hey, Vibes. You good?
Right as rain, but my God, it's cold.
Hold on tight. We're going into the heat of the fire. You're going to like it.
Scarlet,
Mhm.
it is your turn.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm gonna. Whoa, what do we do here? Ugh. I think just seeing the plummet, seeing the catch. There's a blink of, oh, I have to do. Nope, they've got it. Perfect, fantastic. And immediately turns all their attention to the electricity monstrosity in front of them, and he just yells at Scar, "Burn harder than the somebody. Go on."
All right, and you're gonna roll to forcefully attack here.
Yes, I am. Forcefully attacking. That's 4.
All right, I'm gonna share what they rolled in the Discord chat for
no.
for you right there.
The Discord chat.
Discord.
They rolled 4 minuses.
Oh.
So you absolutely obliterate this thing. It is
I think
like
it's that scene from Godzilla where Godzilla's just holding the thing's mouth open. It just blows into it.
Yeah.
It just lets it rip.
Yeah, and this thing just kind of dissipates into like static electricity in the air. And all of a sudden the rain stops. Just out of nowhere, and the clouds seem to lighten a little bit. And there's a little bit of a rainbow as you all catch your breath and as velocity hits the ground.
Vibrance screaming.
Uh-huh.
Flies Vibrance over to Velocity.
Jumps off the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. And you are feeling the pain in your arm, like the wing pain that Velocity is feeling. And Velocity kind of nuzzles into you as you get there. And it's like, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'll be okay.
You did so good out there.
Yeah.
It was so fast.
You move so fast.
It's
I'll
just
be
like
okay.
crying from relief. Oh God. Alright, let's hold it on the ego next time, alright?
Yes.
Can I spend a token to do something unorthodox that works?
Mm-hmm.
I think LaFlora is also very worried about velocity. And I think as like LaFlora lands, just kind of like Rebel just like hops off so LaFlora just can like cuddle up next to Velocity. And I go up to I just like it kind of looks like I just like start grabbing like different plants that and go up to Winter and is like, would you mind asking Winter to let out some of their cold dribble onto it?
Yeah, It is.
Sandy nods at Winter, and Winter will do it
Yeah.
right away.
Winter does it, yeah.
And we'll go over to Velocity's wing. And it's like, this is gonna sting a lot. And just like basically made like a makeshift ice pack.
Yep.
Mm.
And this stings the shit out of you too, Vibrance.
Are you good to fly, or?
I might need a little help.
All right. We might need some help flying.
We'll have to do a little teamwork, but
Yeah. Everyone get into formation, and we'll make sure that they get to the stable safely. We'll take it slow.
And you guys...
just pointing at Scar. He's like, we'll take it slow.
Scar even seems a little bit worried about Velocity. And you, as a Warrenguard, all help Velocity get back up to the Warren. Your soup is a little cold, but you're able to put it back on and get it warmed. And Rook doesn't even give you any shit about adding any turkey bacon to it. Lee.
Now we found my stash.
Rook always knew.
Yeah,
he always
Rook
knew.
like looks in the pot and is like, "That smells like meat."
It's just one.
I'm sure he's tried some himself. I'm sure he get a little.
Yeah. That is where we're going to end our episode, as you all make it home safely.
Yay!
This specific, at the end of the chapter, the riders gain 1 experience and then gain another if everyone survives. And then the Warrenguard commander may give out 2 extra experience as you see fit as commendation for valor in the face of impossible odds. So what 2 people do you want to give extra experience to, Commander?
I'm going to give the extra experience to Vibrance and let's see, who else? This is, and Sandy. I think I'm going to give those to those 2.
Okay. So you both got enough experience to level up. So let's go around and do our plugs. I'm going to go with you last, Abby, because I know what you're going to plug. Depp, what do you have to plug?
Oh, hello there. First, you can catch us here at Total Party Kiss on Sundays, every other Sunday, for Tragedy of Theologian, a Greek mythos, Greek campaign. And then starting on the 9th of February, I will be running my own game called Finding Ithaca, a space pirates game that's set to the vibes of Treasure Planet and Titan AE, and it's just a group of people finding human connection on their way to find the long lost treasure. So, if that interests you, check it out.
All right. And let's go to Madeline next.
Hello, my name is Madeline. You can find me everywhere under the handle The Goose Girl. That's THEE, like Megan the Stallion. I will be in Finding Ithaca playing a little possum named Astro. I'm very excited. I'm also part of another actual play that has not been announced yet, but you can go to my Twitter and that will be announced relatively soon. I'm very excited. But yeah, I'm on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, all under The Goose Girl.
All right. Let's hop over to Christian. Christian, what do you got going on?
Hey everybody, hi, my name is Christian, aka Fluffy Goomba, all over the internet. I am a TTRPG performer and educator here on the space. You can find me all over the internet, all over several APs. I'm a busy bee. You can find me on things like Tales of Novum, which is premiering this Friday. Friday. For their Echoes of Legacy series. It's using the Fabula Ultima system, which is another anime style game. There's Tragic Theologian, Greek Myth Inspired 5e campaign that I'm in. There's Finding Ithaca, which I will be in that as well as a New Yorker, not New Yorker, because New York is not there. Style con man. I'm on Fey Wild Now for their the Triangle Agency game. We're about to finish our last episode next week, so stay tuned for that. And if there are any other projects, please check out my my Twitters and my link trees. They will all always be there.
Talented
All right.
Bean.
Busy.
Let's hop over to AJ.
Hey, what's up? I'm AJ, also known as Husha Kid. You can find me all over the internet as Husha_Kid. Yeah, I do a lot. I video edit, I transcribe, I tech produce. I am technically producing this stream right now. It's wild. But I am the technical producer over at Critical Misses. Be sure to tune in over to Critical Misses because we are soon going to be doing a casting call. And soon enough, we will be doing also Warrenguard over there. In February. So stay tuned for that. Also, I am the. How many titles do I have for this project, Christian?
All of them.
I have all the titles for this project. Lurking Legends, a One Piece adventure. The first episode is out on my YouTube right now. That is, you can find me on YouTube as Husha_Kid. That has myself, Christian, Click Clack Snack, and Wally. Yeah, it's a time. There's only one episode out right now. I'm working on editing all the other episode, but I also have 17 other projects that I'm doing right now.
Fire is on fire.
You're killing it.
So stay tuned for all the projects and all the announcements. And please do not stop contacting your representatives to call for a ceasefire.
Abby, what do you got going on?
Hello, hey, babes. I'm Abby Kelly. I am at ABZ Kelly everywhere pretty much. If you go to my Twitter and check out the link in my bio, you can get all the information, but I'll give you the Coles notes here. So I do improv and freelance. I do overlays, branding, layout, and art direction. Art direction, you're wondering, where's that? Warrenguard. I'm here to plug Warrenguard. Surprise. So go to warrenguardgame.com, sign up to get on the list for the backer kit so you can know when it goes live, because you need this game in your life because it's everything to me.
It's still pinned in the comments.
It's still pinned. Did you hear that voice?
You just gotta click. You don't even need to type anything at
Everyone
this point.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Right there.
Additionally, I write a very casual TTRPG newsletter called TTRPG Today. That's also linked in my stuff. And also, if a couple people want to stand up, there might be a shirt that says MILF, man, I love flying. I don't know how it happened. This isn't the exact design. They have the cool early access design that only they get. But if you go to lupinehoney.com, it's on shirts, sweatshirts, and a notebook. You don't have to get it. But if you do get it, use code AVZKelly.
You should get
you
it.
get 10% off your entire order.
Do you want to feel like Andy in The Devil Wears Prada when people are going, are those the Chanel boots? Go to
Chanel
Chanel
boots.
Honey.
Yes! There's my model. Madeline. But yeah, I think that's everything. Yes.
Okay.
If you are in Toronto, I'm also doing improv at the world's biggest improv tournament at Social Capital Theatre. End of the month.
All right. And then I wrote a little game called Warrenguard. You've heard about it enough. It's coming to backer kit. Please follow it. If you follow it and you're one of the first people to back in the first 48 hours, you'll get an exclusive sticker pack that no one else will get.
Oh,
So
shit.
you want to be one of the first people to back, to get at a physical tier to get an exclusive sticker pack. And then lastly, my other game, Sapphic Space Pirates, is also available, and you can pick that up at luckoftheharbor.com. And then we will see you next week at 8:30 p.m. EST for more Warrenguard. Thank you all so much, and contact your representatives to call for a ceasefire. Have a
Do
good
it.
night.
Bye. Do it. Bye.